Steve, what has she done in her career? I think housing is the American dream centerpiece, always has been, still is today. What is she talking about in terms of what she's done to bring down the cost of housing?
Well, she's right in saying the American dream is beyond the reach of tens of millions of Americans. What she doesn't complete the sentence is that she and Biden caused that. You look at the state of the American economy 4 years ago, state of the American economy today, whether it's regulations, which is ruining businesses, culture turned upside down, an economy that is not performing well, inflation, you name it. And those inflation numbers we've discussed before don't include interest rates, the interest you pay on a mortgage, a car, credit cards.
That's a housing issue, right? I mean, that's part of that
housing issue as well. So, yeah, she's turned the dream and Biden into a nightmare. And the question is, can we get back to dawn again?
Well, here's another proposal of hers. She wants America to have the world's highest death tax. The problem I have with this is it hurts the middle class that she supposedly says she wants to help. And she's been saying she wants to help, but they've done nothing to do that. Because what wealthy people do is they put all their assets in trust, so they pass down tax-free. Ultimately, I always say, if you want to reform the tax code, take all those loopholes away, but you're going to hurt your rich donor friends, too, and that's why it never happens. This goes right after the middle class.
Well, it does indeed, because that's where the money is in this country, and that's where they're going to go. Even though they say they're friends of the middle class, they see them as friends only because they want to take their money away. And so in terms of the death tax, you should be allowed to leave the world unmolested by the IRS.
Thank you.
And you know, you've been taxed enough during your lifetime.
Yes.
And this, by the way, gets the way to something I've been talking about a couple of times, and that is the flat tax.
Oh!
Get rid of all the junk, have a simple rate, generous exemptions for adults and kids.
Yeah.
Family of four, no tax on your first $53,000 of income. What's not to like? What's not to like is politicians who want control. Complexity is power.
Taylor, I'm not going to go on my rant about the death tax, but I don't understand. I don't think Donald Trump has said this. I wish he would come out and say, I want to get rid of the death tax. Like, I want to eliminate it. Why do you have to pay taxes twice the second time when you're dying? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I just went on the rant. Okay,
well,
fine.
no, you know what?
I
It's
went on the
great
rant.
because I ran into him in the hallway and he keeps yelling at me about the death tax. So in many instances, it's okay to ignore him for a little bit. I want to ask you, Steve, another interesting question. A lot of people look at this country as a business, right? You have revenue and you have expenses. Bill Ackman is one of those, right? A CEO who really acutely understands if you are over leveraged, you have the option to renegotiate your debt, which as a country we do not want to do, or you can cut expenses and raise revenue. Are you confident that you have a current administration or a future administration who understands business and economics?
Well, clearly this administration has no clue about economics. The whole far left woke party does not have a clue about what makes things happen. They just think things just show up. You go in the store, magically they appear. No, they don't. A lot of supply chains, everything else is that's involved in it. So in terms of getting the economy moving again, in terms of debt, we had a higher proportion of debt after World War II. But thanks to a little bit of spending restraint, some good tax policy in the 60s, by the end of the 60s, the debt had gone from 121% of GDP down to 35%. That's what happened. You can grow your way out, but you can't do it with this crowd, which just wants to pile on debt.
Right.
Howard Lutnick, CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, is part of the Trump transition team. Should he win, he was on the other night and he was talking about how they will pluck from the business community to surround the president if he wins with a cabinet of really smart advisors. I don't think Ackman is necessarily on the list, but he said they will vet them. They will make sure that they're highly recommended within the business community and their peers. It was really fascinating to me to see somebody like that, Brian, step up and make those kinds of statements.
Well, also kind of confidence inspiring for America, because we'd like to see some economic problems solved. And how about we get some people who dealt with them in the past? Steve Forbes, it's always good to see you. And I know you're excited for the World Series. You think it's a good thing for America with the Yankees.
Look what's happened in the 15 years the Yankees have not been in the World Series. Once upon a time, they used to win it routinely. Since then, the world has gone to you-know-where. So this is a good sign for civilization maybe healing itself.
Well, spoken like a guy from New York, I'll tell you that much.
I will say I'm a Yankees fan, so I'm on board with you on that one. Go get them.